Good morning. I'm Kat Kabira. And I just finished sitting. And I was really reminded of how vital it is to have a regular sitting practice. I first started meditating in 1997 when I was anorexic. And that really was how I broke through my anorexia. And part of it was having a sangha, a community to sit with weekly, sometimes daily, and going on retreats, but also just having my own daily and sometimes twice daily commitment to sit. And I thought I would never not sit. And it's what has helped create this anchor point through the years. And in a way, has just been the blessing. It has been the blessing. And I found this year and last year that I stopped sitting so much. It became a little bit more casual. And as a result, I became a little bit more mad. For those of you who've been sitting, like you realize like the first thing that happens when you're watching your mind is, oh my God, I'm a crazy person. And the beauty of having a sitting practice, and I do it in the Buddhist tradition, the shamatha, to abide with oneself, watching your breath, feeling your breath. So having that anchor point, sometimes having the meditation of Om Hung, but really just with the breath. And it's not about changing yourself. It's really creating that space to land and also to drop into the heart of devotion, to be here. And it's important, especially like I know for myself, I have a history of developmental trauma and complex trauma. So to really be able to stay, and to trust life and to feel pleasure and to want to be grounded, it's been work, right? Like there's just so much in my nervous system, so much in my emotional body, so much fear and, trauma vortices. And yet, first time I sat, it was like, oh, here I am. So I'm just doing a friendly reminder. If you've never sat, you may want to start sitting. And for those of you who do sit, but kind of were like me, where you became a little bit more casual, especially right now, it's so important. I realized that by not sitting, it was harder for me to keep boundaries with just the collective field, and all the fears and opinions and chaos and all that. Like it was easy for me to both absorb and to scatter. It was easy for me to get a little too hung up into the collective consciousness. And I'm speaking beyond just, the 2020, 2021, but of just, what the values are and what are we doing on this planet and why are we really here? So it's a way to drop back into the power and the heart of your own soul path. And again, just to be able to stay with yourself. And that the beauty is that this is something that it costs nothing. You don't need someone to tell you what to do. If you've never sat before, it's nice to have a teacher. And yes, it is nice to have community, but it's something that you get to do wherever you are. I've done it in airports. I remember I taught a whole people in Istanbul on the airport on this long layover. I just started teaching meditation, just sitting. Let's just sit. Let's just sit with the sound. Let's just sit and be here. So it's something that you can do anywhere. And whether there's big transition or just the usual inner turbulence and outer turbulence of being a human, we need to have that way that we can come back to ourselves and to remember who we really are, coming back into our presence. And it's just amazing how the world looks so different just when we're able to come back to ourselves. So it's my little friendly morning reminder. And I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day.